All right, Tyler, what's up? We got our board briefing for the 6th of January. I was going to say June. I wish it was June. Anyways, warm up. 5-minute AMRAP, 4 different movements, specific warm up. Today's all about the thruster. We're doing thrusters in specific warm up. We're doing thrusters for the workout. Plenty of time to get these warmed up. Let's make sure we're taking care of positioning throughout these progressions. Okay? So, hands. If we can keep a full hand on the barbell and have the barbell in the front rack, which means laying across my shoulder with a full grip on the bar, we should be trying to achieve this every single thruster we do. Okay? If we don't have that shoulder mobility to allow us to do that, we might have to open our hands a little bit to get our elbows up in a good position, and that's okay as long as we're able to receive the bar with a closed grip at the top of the repetition. Okay? Best case scenario though, full grip, elbows up nice and high, bar resting across our shoulders. That's one of the most important things for front squats and thrusters. Okay? I myself don't have that range of motion to get my elbows up with a full grip on the bar, so I have to open my hands. All right? But I try to keep my elbows up as high as possible. Feet, positioning of the feet. Once we start doing thrusters, we shouldn't have to be messing around with our feet, taking little steps and adjusting. We should be in our squat stance. Our feet should be about shoulder width apart, toes slightly pointed out, just like if we're doing back squats, front squats, overhead squats. Front rack, we talked about from beginning to end, we should have a good front rack position. And that means when the bar is coming down, in order to set us up in a good position for the next repetition, we want those elbows to come forward and be carried high so they don't drop down. And then your front squat actually turns into like almost getting my elbows or triceps touching my quads or my knees. And that's a big no-no for front squatting, right? We don't want to jam our wrists anytime by doing that, actually hitting our legs with our elbows. Elbows up at all times when we're coming down from that thruster. All right? After we've done the 4 progressions, we're going to talk about loading. So we're going to start loading the bar up. What are we loading for? We're loading for this workout. 15, 12, 9, 4 load, which means there's no time really domain. The workout is actually for how much you lift today. Okay. We're gonna warm up 3 to 4 sets, 5 to 7 repetitions every time we pick up the bar, ascending in weight until you're ready to say, okay, this should be the weight I'm gonna do 15 reps for. Now, there's a big discrepancy between 5 and 7 and 15, right? You have to have that mindset. All right, that was pretty heavy, really challenging, but I'm going to go for it. I think I can do it. Okay? Now let's talk about the workout a little bit. Gather around. Why does it have gather around? Because we should be working in teams of 2, 3, even 4 people. Lots of rest between our sets. All right, 4 load, RX, level 2, level 1, all the same today. First thing you're going to do, we're going to hit 15 unbroken thrusters, right? Once you're done your 15 thrusters, you put the bar on the ground, maybe change weights, help change weights with someone else, and then you recover for 3 to 4 minutes. Then when it's your time to lift again, we're going 12. Maybe you're not throwing more weight as in 20 or 50 pounds on either, or on 10s or 25s on each side of the barbell. Maybe we're adding little increment of, okay, that 15 was really hard. I really pushed myself. I almost maxed out. Maybe I'm only putting 2.5s on each side to hit this set of 12. Okay? Hit the set of 12, rest 3 to 4 minutes, and then we have the set of 9 to deal with. Hit the set of 9. We're done the workout. We'll talk about what kind of weight and challenging reps and all that stuff in a second. After the workout, we have a post-workout skill, and that's accumulate 30 reps of low ring muscle up transition. Let's make sure that we have that false grip. Let's make sure we try to lock our elbows out at the beginning. Let's see if we can keep our feet under our hips. Catcher squat, The only time basically here any of the coaches say get on your toes. We want to look like a back catcher on your toes right under the rings. We pull those rings way down to below our chest, and then we trace our body and we end up in a dip, and then we press out of the dip either by just locking out a ring dip or jumping up into a ring dip hold or a foot assisted dip. Okay, remember the muscle up has two movements in. One's a pull, we got over those rings, and then one's a push. It shouldn't be, oh, I'm gonna do ring muscle up transitions and just end up like this. It should be pull, deep ring dip, press out of the ring dip to finish the movement off. All right, back to the workout. Loading. How heavy should I be going? As heavy as you can, okay? This is pretty much all out efforts when we do this. So reps 1 to 5 might be a little challenging. 5 to 10, it's gonna get harder. And those last 5 reps, you're really gonna have to fight for. What happens if I drop the bar? Well, if you drop the bar for that set of 15, your score will be 0 because you don't have any weight, because you didn't make the reps unbroken. They should be unbroken, okay? Things that may happen. Coming out of the thruster, pushing your butt back and up first before your chest rises, right? We want to keep our chest up on the bottom of those front squats. So when we drive through the legs, we're not in a position where my body, my torso is leaning forward, then I have to sit up again and then thrust to the bar over the head. Get your chest up right from the start. Keep it up all the way through the movement as best we can. Keep those heels down. Drive through the heels. Squeeze the butt. Launch that bar off your shoulders, right? Other things that we might see, trying to little panic, doing panic thrusters. So squatting down, getting good depth, in good shape, good upright torso. And then before you actually extend the hip, start pressing the bar off and then extend your hip. That's just a waste of energy and using way too much arms. Use your legs to drive this movement, all right? Those people who go a little bit lighter in workouts, add some weight to this workout. Challenge yourself. Those people with mobility issues, we might ask you to do thrusters to a bench. We might ask you to do back squats or front squats. Or we have a wrist injury, we might be using dumbbells. Sorry for the long board brief. I just thought it was necessary to get the right thing going for this workout. Heavy thrusters, unbroken, good body position. Let's have some fun. Let's throw some weight around tomorrow. If you're going to drop the bar too, have crash mats. Enjoy, guys.